Guys, this is War and welcome back. In this exercise, we will use a subtraction rule to subtract the square root of 32 minus 3 times the square root of 50. As you can see here, you have two different square roots. And to solve it, you have to simplify the square root of 32 and the square root of 50. We can use a subtraction to subtract a square root. If you have a normal like square root of 64 minus the square root of 25, let's say for example, we know the square root of 25 is 5, and we know the square root of 64 is 8. And as you can see here, the answer should equal 3. That's a regular or normal square root, but as you see here, we have 32 and we have 50. And we don't have the square root of 50 or the square root of 32. And that's what we're trying to solve here. So the first thing we do is to simplify the square root of 32 and the square root of 50. As you see here, that the square root of 50 is 25 times 2, because 2 times 25 is 50. As you see right here, 32 it will be square root of 16 times the square root at 50 minus. So 32 is the square root of 16 times 2. And that's how you solve when you have a square root and the number is not like a square root, as you can see here. So we have a 50. What we do, we simplify 50. It became 25. Square root of 25 times 2, and we have 32 as the square root of 16 times 2. From here, you'll be able to figure out the number. So we agree that 50, the square root of 50 is 25 times the square root of 25 times the square root at 2. So the rule we apply to solve this type of the problem in subtraction, we say if you have A times the square root of C minus B times the square root of 2, C, sorry. So those square root has to be similar. From here, you can say A minus B times square root of C. And that's what we're trying to do here, because C, square root of C, is the same thing as the square root of C. So you'll be able to subtract B from A times C. And that's exactly on this example, that's what we're trying to do. So let's say we simplify the first one. It will be equal 5 times square root of 16 times square root of 2 minus 3 times square root of 25 root of 2. What we done, we simplify 50, which is equal to 25, the square root of 25 times 2. We simplify 32 is 16 times 2, the square root of 2. From here, we can say that we take 16, so 16 will be 4. So it will be equal 5 times 4 times 2 minus 3 times 5 times 2. And if we apply the rule I show you, when you have A times the square root of C minus B times the square root of C. And when we have those square root are the same as the other square root, we can say A minus B times the square root of C. In this case, we can say 5 times 4 is 20 times the square root of 2 minus 15 times the square root of 2. Now we can take one of these and we said 20 minus 15 times the square root of 2. And we know 15 minus 20 times the square root of 2 is equal 5 times the square root of 2. And that's the answer for this, that this one is equal 5 times the square root of 2. That's your answer for this problem. So let's go back again. We have 5 times 32 minus 3 times 50. We say we have to simplify 32. It's equal 16 times 2 minus 3 times the square root of 25 times the square root of 2. And we take 16 out and we have 5 times 4 equal 20 times the square root of 2 minus 15 times the square root of 2. We subtract 15 from 20, we left with 5, and that's why it's equal 5 times the square root of 2. If you have a question, let me know. The next video we will use addition of the square root.